This is the Jackery Explorer 240 V2 portable power station. To be totally honest, when I first got my hands on it, I was a little skeptical because I've tried a fair number of these smaller power stations, and sometimes they don't always meet the expectations set by their own specs. But after using this one for a while, in different situations, both indoors during minor power blips and outdoors while camping, I can say my quick review is actually really positive. Let's talk about what this thing looks like and how it feels. The Explorer 240 V2 is pretty compact and surprisingly light, coming in at about 7.7 pounds. That's just a bit heavier than a big bottle of water. Its shape is kind of like a sturdy lunchbox, with a nice solid handle on the top that actually feels secure to hold. The casing is made out of tough plastic that doesn't feel flimsy at all, so you don't worry about it getting banged up if you set it down on gravel or the back of your truck. It has a simple orange and black design that's pretty recognizable if you've ever seen other Jackery models. On the front, you get an LCD screen that gives you the most important info: battery percentage, how much power is flowing out, and how much is coming in if you're charging it. This is super helpful, especially if you don't want to do the math in your head about how many phone charges you have left or how long you can run your lights. All the ports and buttons are laid out in an easy-to-understand way. There's an on-off button for AC and DC output separately, and you just plug in to whichever works for your devices. I really appreciate how simple it is, no hidden menus or weird controls. Now about my experience actually using it. I first tested it during a weekend camping trip. My main goal was to see if it could keep my phone, camera, and a small fan powered for 2 nights. I charged it at home before I left, which was really straightforward. Just connect the orange IC cable to a wall outlet and the other end to the input on the station. Charging from empty to full took about 6 hours, which is totally fine for a battery of this size. If you don't have immediate access to a wall outlet, the 240/42 also charges from your car's cigarette lighter, which is convenient for on-the-go trips. There's solar charging too, which is awesome if you go off-grid a lot, though you'll need to have compatible panels and plenty of sun. For capacity, you get 256 watt-hours. In case you're new to these numbers, watt-hours basically mean how much energy is stored inside. So with 256 volt, you can recharge an average phone about 20 times, a tablet 6 or 7 times, or run a small 40-watt fan for a few hours. In my opinion, the Jackery Explorer 240 V2 really shines for things like charging your essentials: phones, laptops, camera batteries, Bluetooth speakers, or even a CPAP machine for a night. I wouldn't try to power a big appliance like a microwave or coffee maker with it, but honestly that isn't what it's designed for. One of the key features on this updated V2 model is the new LiFePO4 battery technology, which stands for lithium iron phosphate. From my experience, this type of battery lasts longer, is safer, and can handle more charge cycles without losing capacity as quickly as older lithium options. Jackery claims up to 3,000 charge cycles to 80% capacity, which means if you're using it every week, it should last you for years. That's actually one of the main reasons I'd recommend this for someone who wants something reliable for both casual weekend use and emergency backup at home. I also want to mention the AC output is up to 300 watts with a peak of 500 watts. What this means is you can plug in things like laptops, cameras, routers, or small fans without worrying about overloading the station. It's perfect for outdoor photographers, digital nomads, campers, or anybody who needs to keep their essentials running in places where outlets aren't available. During my house's last power outage, I plugged my Wi-Fi router and phone into the Jackery, and it kept my connection alive for the whole evening. I was honestly amazed by how quietly it ran. No annoying fan noise in the background. The USB ports are fast charging, which is helpful if you want all your gadgets juiced up quickly before you go hike or explore. There are 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C, plus a regular 12-volt car port that's handy for devices like car fridges or air pumps. All of them work just as they should in my testing. Some things I was concerned about before buying were the fan noise, charging speed, and overall real capacity. Is it as good as claimed? As far as noise goes, this unit is almost silent unless you're pulling max power, and then the fan is only a quiet hum, which I barely noticed even at night. Charging speed is decent with the wall charger, but through solar or car charging, it's obviously slower. Still, that's the nature of portable power and not a flaw with the device itself. I also tried measuring the output with a watt meter while running a portable fan and camping lantern at the same time, and the battery drained pretty much in line with the specs provided. There are a couple of things I want to point out that might matter depending on your needs. The 240 V2 doesn't have wireless app connectivity like bigger stations, so you have to look at the physical screen for info. For how I use it, that's no problem, but folks who love everything smart connected might miss that feature. Also, it's not water resistant, so if you're in a rainy environment, make sure to cover it or keep it in your tent. In terms of portability and build, I have to say, the form factor makes a big difference in real life. It's lightweight, easy to toss in your trunk, and doesn't take up much space. The handle is strong and comfortable, even after carrying it around a festival or campsite for a while. I also really appreciate that you get a decent warranty and support from Jackery, which is reassuring if you're making your first investment into portable power. From my experience, this little power station offers solid value for the price, given the build quality, battery tech, and straightforward design. I'd recommend this for students who want a battery backup for laptops, families who need a little security during storms, or anyone who doesn't want to haul around something much heavier just to charge a few devices. In conclusion, the Jackery Explorer 240 V2 portable power station is the sort of product you can buy and actually use frequently, not just have it sitting around gathering dust. It's lightweight, simple to use, and the life before battery means it should be reliable for years to come. I'm always a little cautious with electronics out of the box, but with this one, I really didn't find any show-stopping weaknesses. It's perfect for camping, van life, field work, photographers, or as an emergency home backup for essentials. You get enough ports for the basics, the design is solid, and it's super easy to operate, even if you've never used a power station before. You can find detailed information about the Jackery Explorer 240 V2 portable power station in the comments section. See you in the next video.